Welcome back to the unit on fractions and decimals. Today's lesson is about dividing fractions. The goal of today's lesson is to be able to solve problems by dividing fractions by fractions. So here's our first example where we have a chef cooking 12 3/4 pound of pasta, and she uses 3/16 of a pound for each serving. So how many servings can she prepare? How many 3/16 are in 12 3/4? And I can draw a quick model to represent the problem, where here's my 12 3/4 pounds of pasta, and I have all of these little pieces, the 3/16, each one of these is 3/16 of a pound, and each of those is one serving. To solve it, I'm going to set it up as dividing 12 3/4 by 3/16. And to do that, these numbers need to both be fractions. 12 3/4 needs to be converted to an improper fraction. So to convert 12 3/4, 12 times 4 is 48/4. 48/4 and 3/4 is 51/4, divided by 3/16. And the denominators do not need to be the same for multiplication or division. So I'm going to convert, or I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So 51/4 multiplied by 16/3. And to do this, to make the numbers friendlier to work with, because really who wants to multiply 51/16 times 16 if they don't have to, I'm going to do some cross cancelling. So 4 in the denominator and 16 in the numerator, I can cross cancel there because there's a common factor of 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And also I can do cross cancelling with 51 and 3, because the greatest common factor of both of these numbers is 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 51 divided by 3 is 17. And now I can multiply above and below the line. So in the denominator, 1 times 1 is 1, nice and easy. And in the numerator, 4 times 17, 4 sevens 28, 4 times 1 is 4, and 2 is 6, so 68. So how many servings can she prepare? 68 over 1, or we would just say 68 servings. In our next example, we have Mary, who has 3/4 of a pizza left over from a party, and she cuts it into pieces, each of which is 3/8 of a pizza. So how many pieces did she cut? So here the model's already drawn, and we have the white part here, which is the part that's already eaten, I guess, and 3/4 of the pizza is left over. And the pizza was marked into eighths, and there are 3/8 in each of these sections. So here's 3/8 here and another 3/8 here. So we can see that there are two 3/8 pieces in the 3/4. But let's do the math. 3/4 divided by 3/8. We can have 3/4 multiplied by the reciprocal of 3/8, which is 8 over 3. And to do the cross cancelling, add 3, and I can also divide 8 and 4 by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, 8 divided by 4 is 2. So now to multiply the numerator, 2 times 1 is 2, 1 times 1 is 1. So how many pieces did she cut? How many people could she serve with each 3/8? 2. So we saw how to solve fraction problems by drawing a model and by using fraction division. And so to recall today's goals, you can solve problems by dividing fractions by fractions. And that's the end of today's lesson.